Hey, do you ever wonder how different apps on your phone talk to each other? You might not notice it, but they do this every time you use your phone. And the tool that makes all this communication happen is called an API. But don't worry, I'll break it down for you, step by step. API stands for Application Programming Interface. Now, that might not sound simple at first, but it's really not that complicated. An API is just a way for different programs or apps to talk to each other and share data. Without APIs, apps would be isolated from each other, and it would be hard for them to work together. Let's make this even easier with an example. Imagine you're at a restaurant. You sit down, look at the menu, and choose what you want to eat. You don't go into the kitchen and make your own food, right? Instead, you tell the waiter your order, and the waiter takes it to the kitchen. The kitchen prepares your food, and the waiter brings it back to you. Now, think of the waiter as an API. The waiter takes your request, delivers it to the kitchen, and brings your food back to you. So, in the same way, an API takes a request from your app, goes to another service to get the data, and then brings the data back to your app. Let's use a real example, checking the weather. When you open a weather app on your phone, it doesn't have the weather data stored on your phone. Instead, it asks an API for the latest weather information. The app might send a request like this: "Hey API, what's the temperature in New York today?" The API receives the request, processes it, and sends back the current weather data. Your app takes that data and shows it to you. It's that simple. So, when you see the weather on your phone, it's not magic, it's just an API doing its job. Here's another example. When you use an app like Uber, the app needs maps to show you where you are, where your destination is, and the route in between. But Uber doesn't build its own maps. Instead, it uses the Google Maps API. Uber sends a request to Google Maps, asking for map data, and Google Maps sends that data back. Then Uber can display your route on the map. This is how most apps work. They rely on APIs to get information from other services. Think about logging into a website with your Google or Facebook account. That's an API at work. The website asks Google or Facebook for permission to access your info. And if you approve, the API sends the information back, letting you log in. APIs are super important because they save time and resources. Instead of building everything from scratch, apps can just use APIs to access features and data that are already available. That's how apps can do so much without being huge and complicated. They can just plug into powerful services with the help of APIs. So, in summary, an API is like a messenger between apps. It takes your request, gets the information from somewhere else, and brings it back to your app. Without APIs, we wouldn't have all the features we take for granted on our phones, things like payment processing, weather data, social media logins, maps, and so much more. That's all for today. If this helped you understand what an API is, don't forget to like the video and let me know in the comments if you have any questions. I'll be making more videos like this, so make sure to subscribe and stay tuned for more. See you in the next one.